Happy Tuesday. Holy smokes. We are literally 10 days away from a new month, and I am coming in hot to help you guys get fired up to crush your goals. I originally planned on speaking about something a little different today, but I had some one-on-one calls with some of the coaches in my downline this week, and we were talking a ton about some of the objections that they were getting, some of the beliefs that they were holding, and I thought, holy smokes, this is a great way to incorporate earning money, our money mindset, and success, and how it parallels in our business. So if you guys are watching the replay, just comment replay so that we know you are taking advantage of this training and this amazing group that Sam and I have put together for you guys to help build your business and to create a solid foundation so that you guys can hit the ground running in 2020 and for the rest of your years to come. All right, so I'm just gonna dive right in. I am going to talk to you about how your money beliefs are paralleling in your physical reality in your business. So what are your money beliefs telling you about your business? I was talking to a coach this week, and she said to me, Jessica, I keep getting objections about people wanting to wait until they get their tax money back. And when she said that, I literally reverted back to last week when she and I were having a conversation about Summit and how much it was going to cost, Airbnb prices, flights, and she was like, I really, really want to go, and she's like, count me in, but I have to wait until I get my tax money back, right? Which, okay, number one, we're going to be comparing the cost of a challenge pack to the cost of traveling and going on an event, right? They're two completely different expenses, but a belief that she's currently holding within herself is that she will be more abundant when she gets her tax money back. So because she's holding on to that belief, whether it be this month or for the past couple months, she's more likely to call in other prospects, clients, dream coaches into her physical space who are holding on to that same, if not very similar belief, right? So I preach a ton of mindset work, energetic work. I truly believe in quantum physics and the law of attraction. And you guys know just from following my journey that I am your vibe attracts your tribe. What you put out is what you get back. And guys, so much of what we put out, yes, we can be putting out high vibe energy into the universe, but if our subconscious beliefs do not align with the vibrations that we are putting out to the universe, we are still going to see objections manifest in our path, okay? So we're gonna do a little activity, and I want you guys just to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 4. So number 1 being you are constantly overdrawing your account. $160 is just it is so expensive and it stresses you out to even think about spending that money. So that's number 1. Number 2 is you don't overdraw your account, but you have a scarcity mindset and you're afraid to spend money and you still believe that $160 is expensive, okay? Number 3 is that you make great money and $160 is a no-brainer. And number 4, you are abundant as fuck, making a shit ton of money, and $160 feels like you're spending a penny. Okay, so I want you guys, when you're watching this, as you're watching this, watching replay, I want you to comment if you are 1, 2, 3, or 4. Everything that we believe about money was created before the age of 7. So our money beliefs usually stem back to beliefs our parents held about money, the way that our inner circle reacted around money, or the way that they treated money. So if you were someone that was raised in a church, a lot of people that I've encountered that were raised in churches, myself included, I like to call it martyr syndrome, right? They kind of believe that money is the root of all evil, right? So your social circle, the beliefs that they hold about money, those were passed down to you, how your siblings feel about money, all of those things. So up until the age of 7, all of these beliefs about money and success were passed on to you, and those are what created your money blueprint. We all have a money blueprint, guys, and the amazing thing about a money blueprint is just like a blueprint for a house, just like a map, it can be changed, right? Like maps every single year are different, right? New roads are built, new streets are created, new housing tracts are developed. So every single year, like a map is always different, right? So just like a map can change, or a blueprint of a house or a building can change, your money blueprint can change as well. So if you're someone where like you just did that and you're like, holy shit, I'm a one, or you know right off the bat, like money has always been a struggle for you, this is going to be a really cool exercise for you to kind of parallel maybe what work you need to do on your mindset in terms of money in order to help you elevate your threshold of success so that gets mirrored in your business, okay? So number one, rating yourself. Number two is identifying your blueprint and where it comes from. So as you guys are thinking this, and you guys can journal this out, and you guys feel free to post a picture in the comments. I would love to see it. I want you to journal out, what are some of the things that you heard growing up about money? Did you hear things like money is the root of all evil? Did you see your parents argue about money? Did you hear things like money doesn't grow on trees, or you have to work hard for that? So I want you guys to think about things that you heard growing up and how maybe those are reflecting in your life now. I also want you to identify how maybe your parents' money beliefs were different. Like maybe your mom had a very abundant mindset and your dad had a scarcity mindset, or vice versa. Or are you someone who your parents, you grew up very, very wealthy, very well off, and you followed in that path? Or were you someone who you grew up really, really wealthy and you rebelled, right? So we either, as humans, we either have the subconscious decision to fall exactly in line with the way that our parents went. So that's why you see so many, people, they call them, trust fund babies, where it's like their parents were abundant, they're abundant, they see massive success, no problem. Then we also see people where like their parents were super successful, and then like their children like go off to be like hippies, like living in the forest and like are never to be seen again, right? Because like one type of person, their subconscious was like, nope, we're gonna follow this path, we're gonna be abundant as fuck, and like we're going for it. The other is like, nope, we're gonna just go dance off in the woods somewhere, right? So two completely different beliefs that were created while their money blueprint was being established, or while their blueprint was being established. So journal all these things out. So number one, you're going to identify where you fall. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. And number two, you're going to journal out things that maybe you heard growing up, your parents' beliefs about money, and the money beliefs that you were surrounded by, right? Okay, so that's part two. Part number three is obviously, right? So I talk about God, I talk about the universe, I'm Christian and I'm spiritual, but God gives us free will, right? So we can't just put a wish up into the air and expect for it to fall into our laps. So a lot of our money blueprint that we're experiencing now are also because of our own actions or the paths that we have decided to take in life. So a perfect example is, I went to college. I had college loans, but I didn't have a ton of debt after college until I decided to go and blow all of my money on drugs and drinking 4 or 5 nights a week, right? That put me into debt, which put me into a scarcity mindset, which was then consistently reflected back to me in my everyday life, one of them being my business, right? And even before my business, that scarcity mindset was, I have to work 3 jobs to even make enough, right? And at one point, then I was creating a negative pattern, right? I have to work 3 jobs, 90 hours a week to make barely enough, right? To then now I was creating a negative pattern, living into that negative pattern, which was then creating another subconscious belief that I will always be in debt, which then made my frequency even lower, and to the point where I was working a shit ton of jobs and I was below paycheck to paycheck. So I was working a shit ton of hours, working 3 jobs, and I wasn't making enough, right? So those are my own actions, my own patterns that I was creating for myself that continue to live into the negative patterns that I created for myself. So we all have free will, so we also have an impact on our money blueprint. But don't worry, guys, it can be changed. Sorry, it's like really hot in here all of a sudden, and I'm like sweating. I don't know if you can tell. So with that being said, now that we've kind of gone through step 1, step 2, step 3 is identifying what actions you have played in your mindset. Step 4, we're going to talk about some ways that you can elevate your mindset. Number 1 is simply going to be with affirmations. It sounds so silly, but when you write an affirmation, it's going to be a belief that you know consciously you are worthy of achieving, but subconsciously, whenever you say it, there's that little, I don't know, you're like, oh, I'm definitely worthy of being an elite coach, but, and that mean girl pops up, right? So that's like your subconscious, it's holding on to a fear. And usually that fear stems from a fear of worthiness, which is a fear of not being good enough, which is a fear of not being successful. And usually people equate success to money, which all reverts back to your beliefs about money. So affirmations, 100% all the way, number 1. Number 2, guys, is getting really comfortable with simple everyday things like people offering to pay for your coffee and saying thank you. People paying you a compliment, and instead of having to pay a compliment right back, just saying thank you. Because I want to break it down for you guys this way. If someone offers to pay for your coffee and you say no, you are actually telling money that you don't want it, right? Because coffee costs money. So someone is offering to give you money, you are telling them that you don't want money. So energetically, in the spiritual realm, it's saying you don't want money. You are going to reject money every time it comes your way. So get really comfortable when people offer to buy you something. I don't care if they offer to buy you something that's $500. Say thank you. And guys, I know that it's not always the easiest. I had to do a ton of work around this. I made it fun with my family, right? So I told them about this money mindset work that I was doing about, completely transforming my mindset in 2019. And I told them, I said, listen, I'm going to be very upfront and honest with you. If you offer to pay for something, I am obligated by universal law now to say yes. So whenever someone in my family offers to pay for something, I will tell them, all right, you know that if you're offering this, that I have to say yes, right? And so I will just, I make a fun joke about it, and I always say yes. I never, ever, ever, ever turn down someone giving me money. And whenever I see someone telling someone, oh, no, it's okay. I don't care if it's a stranger. I actually stop them and I'm like, listen, let me give you a little tip. So always, always, always accept money, accept gifts, say thank you, be open to receiving them, and accept compliments, right? So if someone pays you a compliment, simply say thank you. Number 1, because if someone gives you a compliment and you give one right back, it's probably not the most genuine, right? And we always want to come from a place of being genuine. Number 2, though, if someone pays you a compliment, we're going to pretend that someone is giving you $5. Jessica, your hair looks really nice today. Jessica, here's $5. Oh my God, thank you so much. Your shoes look amazing today, Amanda. Oh my God, Amanda, here's your $5 back. See what I did there? She paid me a compliment. I paid her one right back. She gave me $5. I gave her $5 right back. I'm right back at 0. All right, so the everyday actions that you are taking in things like accepting a cup of coffee, accepting a gift, accepting a compliment, when you reject them, you are actually rejecting money. Another thing that you can do that I celebrate the fuck out of everything. If I find a penny on the floor, guys, I celebrate it like it's $1 million, guys. Money is energy. Money does not go to people that are good or bad. So if you were someone where maybe you were watching, from the first part of this video, you heard me talk about martyr syndrome, right? I used to have this belief that money was the root of all evil, therefore people that were rich were bad, or that like only bad people could make a lot of money because they must have been doing it in like non-genuine ways, right? Money does not care if you are good or bad. Money does not discriminate on whether you are the most generous person in the entire world, whether you are fucking Tony Robbins donating billions of dollars a year to a food bank, or if you are like literally Adolf Hitler and putting that money towards things that are creating mass genocide. Money does not care. Both of them, extremely, extremely wealthy. Tony Robbins, massive influencer of love and light and in greatness, in gold, in positivity, and all the things that stand for greatness, right? Shit ton of fucking money. Adolf Hitler, evil human being, shit ton of fucking money. It has nothing to do with if you are good or bad. It simply has to do if you are open to receiving it and money wants to go to where people want it to flow in. So if you are constantly rejecting money, or you look at you find $1, or someone gives you $1 and you're like, well, it's just a fucking dollar. that is a freaking dollar. Like, thank you for the freaking dollar. Woo! Like, literally, freaking blow that shit up. Make a big deal about it. So those are just a few. I mean, I could go on for days about money mindset and how to elevate your threshold and rewrite your blueprint and do all the things every single day that are going to literally get you from making, $3,000 a month to making 7.5K a month. So, or, whatever it is. But with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up here in a second because I do want to get to working some of my business today. I mean, this is working my business, but doing some of my action items to build my business. So if you are watching this video and you have had some objections, and guys, also feel free while you're watching the replay, I want you to comment some of your objections, and we can work through them too in this group. So you can comment some of your screenshots of conversations. Let me know what some of the objections are, so that I can work through those with you. But if you are having objections about the price, I want you to identify what your mindset is about money. What is your is your mindset an abundant mindset, or is your mindset a scarcity mindset? So I want you to identify that, number one, which obviously we've already done this in the first part when you rate yourself. But I also want you to think of things like, in this business specifically, when you are sending a message to someone, are you putting that person up on a pedestal? Are you sending that person a message, and when you message them, they're like, oh my God, this person is never gonna enroll with me, right? Because you look at their Instagram and for whatever reason, you think that they're up here and you're down here, right? That is not an abundant mindset. It is absolutely the farthest thing from an abundant mindset, because how do you expect this person up here to sign up with you? Guys, the word sign up, it's not sign down. It is sign up. So you have to be on the same, if not higher elevation of that person to want to sign up with you, right? They're not going to sign down. They're going to sign up. So number one, identify what beliefs are you holding about your worthiness when you're sending those messages. If you are saying things this time of year, like, I'm going to wait until I get my taxes back, are you getting objections? Like, I'm going to wait until I get my taxes back. If you are someone, when you signed up and it took you months to sign up because you thought the cost of signing up was too expensive and you're getting objections about the cost, do the work there. Do you still think that a challenge pack is too expensive? Guys, expense is all relative, right? A millionaire is going to look at $160 and they're going to look at that as like spending a penny, right? Versus someone who makes $20,000 a year is going to look at $160 and they're going to look at that and it's going to feel like they're spending $1,600, right? Because they make $20,000, so $160 seems like a lot more money than the millionaire spending $160, right? So what are your beliefs specifically about the cost of the challenge packs or Shakeology or the performance line or whatever it is that you're getting your clients to sign up with? What are your beliefs about the results that you're getting? Guys, a huge one that I've coming up with this month, and I identified it during my one-on-one calls with my coaches, is that I've always seen the value in our products, right? But I've been half-assing my workouts all this month. So in my mind, I made this subconscious belief that I'm not showing up for my workouts, so I'm not going to get good enough results. People aren't going to see the value in it. If they don't see the value in it, they're not going to want to spend $160, and $160 is going to seem expensive to them. Right? So I literally, when I was doing these calls with my coaches, I unraveled the negative pattern that I created for myself this month, right? So look at it in terms of what do you believe about the product specifically? Do you see the value in the products? Are your efforts aligning with the products that you're selling, right? Because if you are someone who's spending $160, we'll say, $99 a month on Shakeology, and you're not getting results because you aren't putting in the effort, that's a belief right there, right? So there's one belief. Are you someone that's spending $99 a month and you are putting in the effort and you're still not getting results? That's another belief. Or are you someone that's spending $99 a month, you are getting results, and you do see the value in it, right? So there's so many different beliefs that you could create around cost, product, and effort, right? There's so many different beliefs that you can come up with. So you have to identify what your pattern is when you are connecting with your dream coaches or your prospects or your clients, or heck, even the people that are already on your team, so that you can help them master their mindset to see more success in this business, right? So I want you guys to take that for whatever it's worth. Please feel free to post any comments that you have below. I love, love, love talking money mindset. I will never judge, guys. Like, so if you have things where you're like, I don't know if I want to, I will never judge. You can feel free to privately message me. You can private message Sam or whoever your coach is, because I know that sometimes talking money, that's another thing. Guys, if you're uncomfortable talking about money, it's also a belief that you hold about money. So I am now like an open book, and I talk about it all the time because I love money. Money loves me. I'm a money magnet. I can't keep money away from me if I tried. And guys, I affirm that shit all day, every day. Every single day. Money loves me. I'm a money magnet. I can't keep money away from me. Money just flows to me. I'm abundant as fuck. I'm a fucking multi-millionaire. Guys, I literally speak that over myself every single day. Every single day. So I hope this was helpful. I love you guys. Have a happy Tuesday. Let's crush the rest of the month. I know that we will. I love you guys. Have an amazing day.